I think many of us have been glued to the news, and we understand that this pandemic has affected us in a way that nobody could ever imagine. I've talked to many people about COVID-19, and for some people, it's really real. You know, they have a family member, they have a friend who unexpectedly died from this condition. Matter of fact, my family was even touched with it. My husband had 2 cousins that experienced strokes from this condition, and they both were under the age of 60. Certainly when we look at individual populations, when we look at communities of color in particular, Blacks and Latinos, this disease has really pulled back the curtain on some very startling and troubling disparities that we see. I often find myself on one side of the curtain as an investigator, talking to my families and patients about opportunities for them to participate in studies. But now this was an opportunity for me to do the same. Clearly, this is a study that is really working hard to ramp up recruitment very, very quickly. And just seeing the engagement of every member of the team, I mean, everybody from the initial intake person who's calling you to go through whether or not you qualify or not, to the phone calls you get for reminding you when your appointment is going to be, the phlebotomists, the pharmacy folks. This was truly an all hands on deck effort.
Keep up the good work, Keisha.
Thank you. We need all you guys. I think it's important for all of us in healthcare, all of us in research, to remember and acknowledge that there is history that is very troubling when it comes to communities of color, underserved communities, vulnerable populations. We've not always done the right thing. And those scars are still very real today. When I'm talking to families, because that distrust is there, it's important to acknowledge that. It's important to provide the education of all the steps that we have employed to make sure that people are protected moving forward. And while we all certainly understand where this distrust comes from, we have to also understand that if our response to it is to not engage, to not take part in these trials, we will always allow these communities to stay at a disadvantage. If you have a study that does not represent the full landscape of the demographics of people that are affected by that disease, then we can't make progress. We really have all got to pull together. We can't look and say, well, this doesn't really affect me. Nobody in my family's gotten sick. Nobody in my family has died from this, so why should I care? Well, you should care because of all of those other reasons. We're all connected. Even if you don't look at somebody else and can't immediately identify with them and immediately say that your problem is my problem, or I understand, or I empathize with it, understand that this problem affects us all.